There you are. Never one for celebration, are we? I figured as much. It is nice to see the spirit we give, though. The hope of our adventures provide to those around us. The inspiration our stories have driven. It may be easy for a knight such as myself to be held in high regard, but I've heard many speak of your triumphs. You've come a long way since we've met. Back then, you were raising the dead in the deepest catacombs of Catalina's Rest, and now you travel the country performing miracles and aiding those in need. Plus, you have saved my ass a time or two. Or 20. Now there's that smile I love. Not everything has to be so dark all the time. I figured I'd go over the plans for our travels with you before we depart in the morning. The townsfolk have graciously donated much to aid our quest. They repaired my armor and axe, and the local enchanter has blessed your staff and robes with some amazing effects. Plus, we've received many items and even horses for our quest. I know, I would have paid, but I wouldn't allow it. I figured it would be much ruder to turn it down. Besides, it will be more useful to have it in the long run. Having some better equipments to take on the upcoming battles will make it easier to do our part in this war. Vandran has been wrecking chaos for far too long. These creatures he's summoned are nothing like what we've seen before. They don't seem demonic or even of this world. They simply feel wrong. These beasts have been overturning cities and devouring those who oppose. When I heard Spade was aiming to raise a force of the best mercenaries and soldiers in the land, I knew we had to take up the call. Our status would allow us to travel by ourselves toward Vandran's base and Copafair Rise. I was speaking to the guildmaster earlier. He lined up several high-profile stops we should make along the way. Towns, dungeons, and the places in between. There's a lot of people to care for along the way. We'll certainly have our hands full. Well, yes, going straight towards the tower may end things quicker, but I don't know. If these things don't stop when we take out Vandran, lots of people could be hurt or killed. And I doubt this fight would be easy, so we'd be out of commission before we could even help them. Likewise, I don't know what I would do if I saw my most trusted ally fall in battle. I'd wager we could get a hold of stronger gear or powers along the way. Guildmaster gave me the location of a powerful staff too. Bet someone would be interested in that, I knew you would. It certainly makes the journey easier. So, how much do you know about Vandran? Yeah, I figured. There's not much known about who or where he came from. Guildmaster was telling me that she believes he came from Spade at one point. She even believes he used to quest with her years ago. He was a summoner, one of the strongest the guild has ever seen, summoning living rock constructs and demonic creatures. Then he vanished one day and was never seen again. Guildmaster had assumed that they died on a quest, but if what she's saying was right, then I'd wager those forces he tampered with had a price, one that was paid in full. There's not much info on these things that we're fighting either, besides their avoidance of light. They're not demonic, though. Holy water and divine magic don't even touch them. I'd expect them not to be of this world or the hells. Something far beyond our comprehension. They do have one known weakness, though. Fire does seem to work well, so I've prepared some spells that use it. I've gone ahead and gotten my axe enchanted with a flame rune as well. Hopefully it will aid us in battle. Before we depart in the morning, you may wish to prepare some fire spells. I spoke with some of the townfolk earlier. So far, there have been 3 types of these beasts reported. Harbingers, winged creatures with one glowing eye. They work more as scouts from what I've heard, but they do have barbed tails, so be wary of cornering one. Then there's enlightened, humanoid beings who whisper their pain in words inaudible yet sorrowed. They have weapons too. I've heard of them using everything from swords to hammers and bows. Lastly, they are cursed. They are seemingly formed by enlightened, performing a ritual on humans or the beast that they've slain. These are most frightening to me because the dead become reanimated and shift and contort into unnatural proportions, almost becoming a beast in their own right, gaining new abilities such as strength and powers beyond what I thought possible. Though it's been said that they still have their original consciousness and are suffering throughout their short lives, the corruption seems to kill them after a while, often exploding into a red mist. They are still known to use the powers that they had in their previous life. Honestly, though, this whole quest seems daunting. Even I worry for the safety of everyone in the kingdom, especially you. I didn't say you were weak. I simply said I care about you, and don't wish for any harm to befall you. You are my dearest friend, and I don't know what I would do if something were to happen to you. Thanks. It's all right. You know, this may be my last quest. I was thinking of settling down, maybe starting a small academy to train future adventurers. Well, yes, we are getting older. Almost out of our prime. I can't imagine adventuring once my back begins hurting all the time. We've done our share of good and deserve to live in peace, don't you think? I know, it's been hard living with what you've done, but you of all people deserve happiness. These past years have shown me what a great person you are. You do deserve to be happy. You could always be my roommate. I plan on buying a nice little cabin with my money in the country by Woodhurst. A nice, peaceful town, a short horse ride away to the Guildhall. You would be a great help to the town as a medic. Yes, it would definitely be a change, but one that may be for the best. It is starting to get late. I'm going to head back to my room. Don't stay up too late stargazing. We need all the sleep we can get. I'll come wake you in the morning. Until then, I hope you have a good night. See you tomorrow.